Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge with West Ham. In today's episode we of course have our two legs in the Champions League quarter-final, and I can reveal we will be playing Manchester City. But of course we've got some fixtures to review since the last time we met. And I'll warn you right now, we have been absolutely awful in our games. I think we've won one game in the previous 5. I'll quickly show you these. We drew 1-1 against Brighton. Jaramillo scored the goal for us in the 23rd minute. We dominated the match. Cenk Tosun equalised for Brighton in the 46th minute. We couldn't get another goal to get the win, so we only get a point. Back-to-back draws, this time a home game against Burnley. A game were dominated by match stats without actually creating too much, and a boring 0-0 draw ensued. We then had the FA Cup 6th round tie against Millwall, of course, which is a derby, and we got beat 3-2. Alexander Isak got 2 goals for us, but they ended up going through. They're in the Championship, and they beat us in the FA Cup 6th round. It's not ideal. We did rotate slightly, but it wasn't like a crazily rotated side. So to get knocked out by Millwall, disappointing. And then the game that changed it all, or so I thought, were absolutely smashed Tottenham Hotspur, who were in 4th at the time, and we were in 5th, 6-2. Lucas Toussaint started the scoring in the 18th minute. Tetier got himself 4 goals in this game, and Alexander Isak completed the rout with his 6th goal. Lovro Maya did get 2 goals back for Tottenham Hotspur, but as you can see from their team average rating, it was pretty dire for them. But then we went away to Manchester United and got beat. Romelu Lukaku getting himself a rare goal, actually. I think this was his 8th goal of the season in the 65th minute. He doesn't play that much for Manchester United, to be honest with you. But we still got beat. And they are top of the league. It was away from home, so it was to be expected. And that leaves the Premier League looking like this. Manchester United sitting comfortably top. Liverpool have definitely dropped off in recent weeks. We are still in 4th position, 1 point clear of Tottenham Hotspur in 5th. But it's going to be a challenge to keep them off and get Champions League football next season. All of which takes us to today. Davies will start in goal. Wagnerman, Holden, Panzo and Lato in defence. Tonali, Ronaldo Vieira and De Paula in midfield, with Tetier, Campos and Jaramillo going up front for us. Now Alexander Isak has picked up a 5-month injury, so you won't be seeing anything from him in the rest of this season. Thankfully we've got Moise Kean sitting on the bench who can play up front should he be needed, so we're not struggling in that position, so we should be okay seeing out the rest of the season without too many issues. But of course Man City playing the same formation we have. They do have Pongracic, our former centre-half, who I am missing dearly right now. Decent side. They obviously are a decent side. They are in 3rd, I think, in the Premier League, so we're going to have to see how we can do today. We are in the first leg, which is not ideal, but we're going to have to try and do something in this game. If we can get away with a draw, I'll be absolutely delighted. I think we do have a decent record against Man City in the league this season, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember. But I do remember giving them some decent games. They've obviously got a really decent side, but it is an aging side, so hopefully our youth can prosper. As Tetier, absolutely terrible free kick, but he gets the ball back in, and Man City can clear and potentially break if we don't deal with this. We haven't dealt with it very well, as Rob Holden heads it straight down to Dybala. Sané is in the box, but Davies comes out and claims. An interesting fact about Davies, he's got his first England cap and he's still only 18 years old. Bernardo Silva on the right hand side for Manchester City now. Weigl with a superb ball for Leroy Sané. What a save by Craig Davies. Tierney now coming down to the byline. He gets the ball in and Sané is there, and he puts them 1-0 up inside 11 minutes. Not ideal. Craig Davies did his best to keep us in this game, but just relentless pressure from the Man City attack. What a save that was, by the way. Seeing that in the 3D match engine was nice, but Tierney puts it in front post. Sané gets Craig Davies as he's going the other way, and he can't readjust his feet. And we'll find ourselves 1-0 down. This is not a great start as Man City come forward again with Sané on this left-hand side. He gets a ball in. Oh my God, Rob Holden. Completely no pressure whatsoever. There was not a Man City player in sight near him. There was someone back post coming in, but he was marked by one of our other defenders, and things have just gone from bad to worse. There was no reason for him to slide for that ball. We now find ourselves 2-0 down. 5 minutes to go in this first half as Man City come forward again. They have really took control of this match. Wagnerman with an absolutely terrible interception. He had all the time in the world to get control of that. As Tierney comes down the left hand side again, and Bernardo Silva's there. Oh my God, we're getting absolutely smashed. Our last hope to have success in this season is the Champions League. We're out of all the domestic competitions, I believe. And now we are 3-0 down in the Champions League quarter-final. First leg, it's just gutting. 2 minutes to go. I would feel a lot better if we could get a goal before half-time as Tonali is on the ball. But you see the pressure that they're putting on us. And what an awful, awful pass. There's not many options. And Sané goes forward. He makes it 4-0. This season's going to be a little bit of a write-off, I think. Sané, Dybala, decent ball through. Sané's got the pace. Beats Craig Davies again. 4-0. 4-0. Made some changes to the tactic. We've brought Becky out on for Ronaldo Vieira. We're going to have to get at least 2 goals without conceding again to stand any chance of going through in the second leg. We need something to take back to our home ground, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to happen in this match for us. We've pushed the wing backs on to go more attacking. We've changed our Metzala to an attacking, so we've give ourselves option going forward, but it also leaves us more vulnerable in defence as well at the same time. So we'll see how it goes anyway. 4-0 down, we've got nothing to lose at this point. Hopefully our lads can pull something out of the bag as Campos sets away Jaramillo. Can he get the goal? Oh my, what's that? What is that? Have you seen his stats? He's unbelievable and he's done that. That is just bleh. 15 minutes to go. We'll make some changes, try and get something going here. We'll bring on Moise Kean for Jaramillo after that disgusting finish, and we'll bring on Gabriel for Tete on that right hand side. Change it to a winger. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. 30 seconds to go. Looks like we've held them off in the second half to not score anymore, but we can't get any goals ourselves, so it's going to take a Herculean performance from us in the second leg to be able to get back into this tie. It's Man City. They are a good team. They've got a better team than us. They're more experienced. The general ability of the players compared to ours is better, but to lose like that was the most disappointing thing. Stats wise, completely dominated. Some really stupid mistakes from us, and we've got no chance in the second leg, let's be honest. So we've got one game in between against Middlesbrough in the Premier League. I'll quickly go play that and show you the result. So we've just played Middlesbrough in the Premier League and we managed to get ourselves a 4-2 win. Ronaldo Vieira started the scoring. Jaramillo get himself another one, and Gonzalo Campos had a really good game and got himself 2. Still disappointing to concede 2, but at least it's a win. So we've got to go through the formalities of the second leg, and this will be the lineup that faces Manchester City. I'm not even going to talk about it because this second leg means nothing. The lineup very similar to how they did in the first leg. We'll see how we get on. Maybe we can squeeze a win out of this, but you never know. I would love the lads just to restore some pride that we did have going into the Champions League quarterfinals. I know it's been a difficult season. We haven't really hit the ground the way we did last season. But, you know, getting beat 4-0 on aggregate wouldn't be the worst thing ever. You know, you could say it was 2-2-nils if nobody actually checked the scores. But if we get beat again today, on the night, I'll be really disappointed. Sané comes forward and he puts Man City 1-0 in front. It's just so simple for them, really, isn't it? Bernardo Silva switches the play. What a first touch that is. Craig Davies can't do anything about that. Another highlight, and Man City are high up the pitch again, in possession with Jordan Henderson. Back to Weigl, back to Henderson. You can just sense the goal coming, can't you? There's 3 players around Weigl and Henderson who did not intercept one player. Tete comes forward with no support. He finds Jaramillo though. Oh my god, Jaramillo, man. What was that? Highlight now. Tete with the free kick. Goes just wide. Beckhardt with a free kick this time. Finds Tete back post. Goes just wide. Jaramillo's through on goal, but Laporte manages to intercept. Looks like we're starting to get into the game a bit more now, being 5-0 down and all. Man City probably took the foot off the gas as Tonali's got the ball. Finds Wagnerman down this right hand side. Decent ball in plays. Finds Tete. He takes the strike on and he gets it in back post. 1-1 on the night. 5-1 on aggregate. You know, that's a smidgen of pride. We've got 1 goal. You know, we can hold on to that for the rest of the season. We scored once in the quarterfinals as Tete, a decent strike. You know, I want to avoid English teams altogether in the Champions League. They just seem so overpowered. Got beat off Chelsea last season, getting beat off Man City this season. If we can just go the entire way, if we do manage to get Champions League next season, without facing English opposition, that would just be fantastic. And we kick off the second half, the last 45 minutes of our Champions League campaign for this season. We've went for it, but it doesn't seem to be turning into much. We need a goal every 10 minutes. So Milinkovic-Savic was through there, but Davies comes out and manages to smother that ball. Hopefully we can build something from here, from the back. We're spread out quite nicely. He finds Declan Rice, who's dropped deep for it. And Campos sends through Jaramillo. We've seen him miss these chances, but this time he puts it away. He makes it 2-1 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate. See, you can feel that sense. It's pride coming back. If we can win this match, we'll have a tiny little bit. So hopefully we can hold on to this lead and not concede again. Straight from kickoff, there is another highlight as Tetier plays through Jaramillo again. He hasn't got many options. Somebody needs to come up and support. And we've got a penalty. We have a penalty. Interesting. Who's taking this? Beckyard. Come on, Beckyard. Please put this away. Make it 3-1 on the night. Edison saves. Why? Why is this happening? Why? Why can't we just put away our penalties? Tetier comes forward down this right hand side. Jaramillo was through there if he found the right pass. He has this time. Can he put it away? He hits the bar. 15 minutes to go. Make some changes. We'll get Creswell on for Tony Lato. We'll get Campos off for Moise Keane, and we'll get Gabriel on for Tetier. Why not? Sania comes down the left-hand side for Man City. He has tortured us over the two legs. And Davies, you were my one hope. You were the shining light. Oh, it's disallowed. Never mind. They pushed him. That's why they conceded. Davies would never do that to me. As Jaramillo's through on goal again, and Edison saves again. You know, the number of chances he's had over these two legs probably would have got us back into this game if he was a bit more clinical, but unfortunately not. Moise came back post, heads just over. 30 seconds to go, so this is going to be the end of the match, even if we score here and the end of the tie. We're out of the Champions League. It's a bit gutting, but Man City was super clinical over these two legs. I mean, you'll see in the stats in this game, we did dominate the match more than they... Well, not more than they did in the last match, that's not fair. But we did dominate the match similarly to how they dominated the match in the first leg. But they were just super clinical. Leroy Sané is a joke on this game. He's absolutely fantastic. If it wasn't for him, maybe it would have been a different match. But, you know, whatever. So out of the Champions League, looking forward to the next episode. It will be the final game of the season against Everton. Still a lot to play for. We are not guaranteed top 4 by any stretch of the imagination. We are only 1 point clear from 5th position. It looks like it's going to be between us and Spurs who's going to get that final 4th place spot. It would take a massive collapse from both of us for Chelsea to get it. So every game matters now. Who have we got in the final 4? We've got Bournemouth, Huddersfield, Wolves and Everton. They're all winnable games. We haven't got any of the big dogs in there. We've played them all. So hopefully we're still in with a shot going into the final game of this season. It has been a bit of a depressing episode, but if you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you enjoy my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.